People want to say, well, if I had sex with this dude and he don't love me and he don't want the baby, and now I'm sad and I'm heartbroken and all that stuff. Remember, there's a consequence for every action. You're not exempt from the actions that you took. You chose to lay down. This is just one scenario. You chose to lay down with that person. Now you're shocked that you got pregnant. Remember what I said. When you have sex, it produces babies. That's a natural cause and effect. So we can't be shocked when we get pregnant from having sex. So if you're not ready to have a baby, don't have sex. That's a consequence of your own action. You laid down and had sex with your boyfriend. Now you mad because you pregnant? You see how that's like a child. I told my child, don't touch the stove. It's fire, it's hot. My child touched the stove, and my child understands it. He knows it's fire, it's hot. He 12, 13. He know better. He touches it. Because it's a stove, and I can't control if you turn the stove on or not. I'm a parent. I gotta go to work. I do this, I do that. You get burned, and then you mad. You mad because you got burned. My hand, my choice. I should have the right to kill you because I got burned. I'm going to kill you, mom and dad, because I got burned. Make that make sense. What is it, the mom and dad's fault or your fault when you willingly touched the dang on stove and you knew that it was a possibility that make that make sense? You don't have the right to kill an innocent person because you don't like the outcome of your decisions. You can't blame the baby. You can't. What's happening is they're shifting the responsibility. You have a responsibility to learn about sex. You have a responsibility to not make those kind of decisions or to make better decisions. But because you didn't learn, now you're shifting the weight and putting it on the baby instead of yourself. Now the baby has to suffer from your actions. Mm-hmm. You're shedding innocent blood for your decisions. Now, is that question, well, what if somebody, here's the thing. This is why you got to understand spiritual law. Somebody rapes somebody and the woman gets pregnant. Hear me. That's still an action that was done that created a child. That child still has no part in that action. So you can't put the weight of that decision on that innocent child, on that child. The child didn't rape you. Even though rape is a horrible, we know that, but still, two wrongs don't make a right. What sense does it make to kill the baby in response to being raped? Think about that. If a wrong was done to me, why would I shift that responsibility on the child? Okay, child, now you got to make up for this wrong that was done to me. You got to pay for that man raping me. You got to pay for it. No, who pays for the wrong that was done? The man. That's why the man goes to prison. I don't shift that responsibility on the child because the child didn't do it. The man did. So we call it a popo. He has to pay for that wrong, not the baby. Why would the devil want another human being to be born into this world to potentially serve God and destroy him? If anything, the devil's like, no, abort the baby. Because I don't want another person to worship God. Kill this baby. Yeah. The less people who know about God and could potentially destroy my kingdom of darkness, the better. So who's behind abortion? What spirit is behind abortion?
The devil.
Period. You see how that works? You see how if we don't understand spiritual things, we'll do exactly what the devil wants us to do. here's the thing, those things are very real. Those are some real issues. I now have a baby. I don't have money. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like all those things are real, but this is where trusting in God comes into play. Even though those things are real, believe it or not, they're surface because life circumstances change. You may not have money now, but you can. You can get a job. There's systems in place to help you. Somebody can buy you diapers. You never know. Somebody can adopt you and your baby and say, I know you 18, but come live with us. I'll make sure that you have everything that you need. But because you don't trust God, you take matters, you decide what's right and wrong for yourself instead of God, instead of the judge, or instead of the one who created laws. You become your own God.